Hi, everybody. Do you know what a mercenary is? A mercenary, or a mercenary faction, is a group of private military contractors operating within the zone, though their exact base of operations and their clients are kept highly secret. They appear in Stalker Shadow of Chernobyl, Stalker Clear Sky, and Stalker Call of Pripyat. Why am I bringing up mercenaries? Well, one of the comments in the comment section recently was that instead of calling gang stalkers, we should call them contract stalkers, because many of them sign agreements. I mean, I think that most of them sign agreements, but some of them are actually contract stalkers. They're revenge for hire criminals. So I typed contract stalker in this search, and this is what I came up with. Drifters and cutthroats from all over the world, nothing below them. Their motto is pecunia non ole, money does not smell. There are artifacts here, and so they're bound to money. Mercs use mainly Western weapons. Description: the most clandestine and secretive faction in the zone. Some don't even believe in its existence. There are those who regularly use the mercs' services, as they are true pros, able to quickly deal with any stalker and even annihilate a small group of opponents. Their services do not come cheap. The mercs demand a king's ransom for their services in money and artifacts. The location of their base remains a secret, suggesting that it's deep inside the zone. And this is from the Encyclopedia Shadow of Chernobyl. The history of the group is a mystery. The mercenaries kill anyone who gets in their way. Most stalkers know it well and prefer not to mess with them. Mercenaries are ready to do almost any job for money. They do contract unalivings and sometimes rob stalkers. However, mercenaries are not just hired unalivers. They perform a wide variety of tasks. It cannot be only unaliving, but also finding rare artifacts, destroying documents, and many other things that most people are simply unaware of. The main thing that distinguishes mercenaries from other stalkers is their professionalism and the quality of their services they are appreciated for. Careful planning and outstanding preparation are the reason mercenaries achieve their goals. Mercenaries take their assignments and their work in general seriously. Mercs have their own code, as they say. Without it, they are nothing. The most important rule of this code is that, quote, any contract must be executed, unquote. Mercenaries often do not attack bandits. They were seen teaming up together at the Rostock factory. No personal items have ever been found on the bodies of unalived mercenaries. However, those who manage to unalive a leader or even a whole squad may find PDAs with different information on their bodies, which are valuable among traders. Mercenaries have neutrality with bandits and are sometimes neutral to scientists. It depends on the purpose of their mission, and hostile to the military. Mercs pose a great threat to loners if they enter their territory. They are one of the most dangerous opponents of duty and freedom. Mercenaries do not want to take part in the operation against the military and try to avoid encounters with soldiers. Mercenaries wear gray-blue protective coveralls of an unknown model and are armed with the best Western weaponry. They wear 3 types of armor: an exoskeleton, slightly altered in appearance and painted in the faction's colors, merc suit, seva suit. The merc suit is common among mercenaries, with differences. The difference is that some wear a gas mask and some wear a mask, although all users in Clear Sky and Call Pripyat wear gas masks. This is on a website called Stalker, Stalker, S period T period A period L period K period E period R period wiki. So I don't know if they are describing a show or whatever, but I thought it's interesting, the correlation between some things that Karen Stewart has each actually said in the past on some of her flyers. She's used the term mercenary. So mercenaries are heavily armed and get their gun and ammo supplies from the black market. The rookies carry a Viper. I'm not going to talk about this on my channel because, first of all, I don't know what I'm talking about. I don't know anything about these weapons, and I don't want to discuss it. But they're quite elaborate. Well, let's put it that way. They're elaborate. Okay, so we're going to back up here. So the word contract stalker, what does that sound like to you? Doesn't that sound like, you know, back in the day they used to call them like hitmen? They would have a hit, a contract on somebody. So that's what it sounds like to me. So on Reddit, this person writes, why I spent 5 years as a contract unaliver for freedom. I still remember it so well. I still relive the day it happened, and I wake up with tears in my eyes to this day. Let's start the story from my humble beginning. I was a broke stalker in the autumn of 2012. I had heard the rumors that stalkers were striking it rich in the north parts of the zone. I spent all my money and hired a series of guides to lead me all the way from outside the exclusion zone into Zaton. If you hear those little bells ringing in the background, I just hooked up my baby monitor. So right now, I am watching the inside of my cat's building from inside my house. This thing has like a 500 to 1,000 foot reach. So we'll see. So it just means that I'm hearing sound in there. They could even be in a litter box or whatever. Let's see. He says, I was poor with just enough money left to buy something to eat and some tea from a nice fellow. As I was enjoying my meal, some stalkers invited me over to hang out with them. They were new to Zaton as well, but I had been in the southern regions for around 2 years now. We got to talking. I discovered that this group had known each other for their entire lives. 2 of them were brothers born only 2 years apart, and the other was their best friend. They told me how life was not so great for them back in Georgia, so they went to the zone to make some money and start a new life in St. Petersburg. They asked me if I was interested in going on a hunting party with them the next morning, and I agreed. My SKS wasn't exactly the best weapon for hunting boars and flesh, so the younger brother lent me his old sawn-off. I don't know what that is. Blah, 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 blah. Now it was close to noon. We were all starving, so we decided to eat lunch inside a ship called Shevchenko. Turns out some bandits had been held up at the place after a firefight. I did something I never thought I would have to do in my life. He unalived someone. I don't really want to read this. I just thought it would be interesting. So evidently, what this is saying is, when these people need to make money, they hang out with stalkers. They know they're going to get paid. So unlike Karen Romero, who worked ethically her entire life, there are people like the stalkers that we deal with on a daily basis who'd rather do something nefarious, criminal. They're of that criminal, mercenary mindset. So I just thought it was really interesting. When I type in contract stalkers, mercenaries pop up. So I'm going to just scroll one here. And there's an interview. I haven't seen it yet. I'm just scrolling down on the search. Contract Stalkers raw footage interview on YouTube. Let's see. I just got a low battery alert. One second, guys. I think I'm going to just edit this out. Yes, I'm going to have to edit this out because of the music, but anyway.